this week on the Saturday Night Blitz.
I mean, I knew we would have a good team this year, but
A little bit of hardware coming back to Southwest Virginia, but would it be silver or gold for the Ridgeview girls volleyball team?
Anything past Vanderbilt is going to be a no-go.
Tennessee football was playing to keep its playoff hopes alive, while the ETSU Bucks were looking to finish the season on a high note. That plus action from the hardwood and the secret to Penske Racing success on the track.
And a lot of doubters, too. You know, a lot of people doubt the work of Penske.
So what do you do on one of the biggest sports days of the year for local sports? And there's a college football game covering up your normal news slot. You bring the show to YouTube. Welcome into the Saturday Night Blitz. Let's get right to it. Highlighting Monster Day in local sports, the Ridgeview volleyball team playing in the Class 2 state title game. News 5's Lauren Bradford was in Salem for the championship matchup, and she has our post-game report.
The Ridgeview Wolfpack have been inching towards this moment for years now, with all the hard work finally paying off in their 3-set sweep to secure the school's first ever volleyball state championship. How it happened? Well, the Wolfpack were on the prowl early, with Mackenzie Wright setting the tone with this back corner kill to take the first point of the match. Capping off a dominant first set, Sega Mullins with the soft hands to drop it in and take the set 25-21. Second set put up a little more of a fight, but the result stayed the same. Wright going for the kill. It's blocked out of bounds, and that's a 25-22 finish to give Ridgeview the 2-set advantage. With the writing on the wall in the third set, it was Leah Sutherland delivering the dagger to secure the 3-set sweep in the Ridgeview state title.
I mean, I knew we would have a good team this year, but did I know we would be this good? I mean, we very strong offensive team, good defensively, great setter, and I mean, these kids have dug in deep and been a part of the process and have embraced the process since they were, 3 out of the 4 of these kids have been on varsity since their freshman year, and then McKinley has been our starting setter since her sophomore year. And I mean, this has been the most rewarding season that I've ever been a part of.
Right, saying that after winning the first point of the match, they knew it was theirs to lose.
Just the feeling, I was just like, wow, we're gonna win this thing. Like, it was just like, we played the whole game with fire. We had like a little lull, we did, but we played with fire.
The job now complete for this senior class.
It was just a goal from like the beginning of the season. Like, we're going to stay and we're gonna win. Whether it's us like working until after practice, hitting and hitting and hitting until like it's lights out.
We said we didn't want to have any regrets, and I have none.
Heading home with the hardwood, Ridgeview is one state title richer after the volleyball's team 3-0 win over Fort Defiance. Reporting from the Salem Civic Center, Lauren Bradford, News 5 WCYB.
The ETSU volleyball team saw its incredible turnaround season come to an end in the Southern Conference semifinals, 3-1 to Wofford. After winning just 6 matches last season, the Bucks finished this year 19-11. The Tennessee Vols were the first team out of the latest college football championship rankings, so the last thing they wanted to do was trip up at home against UTEP, especially with teams in the rankings this week tripping up on Saturday. Out to Neyland Stadium for senior day for the Vols with UTEP in town. The Miners pulling out their bag of tricks early. The double pass goes back into the hands of quarterback Skylar Locklear for a big gain. UTEP gave the Vols fits, but there was no score through one quarter. Then Tennessee finally breaks through in the second quarter. Dylan Sampson takes it in for 14 yards out. His 22nd score of the year. Later, the defense making a play. Ricky Gibson rips the ball out, and Dominic Bailey hops on top of it. That sets up Nico Imiliava with the quick out to Squirrel White, and Squirrel scoots his way in for another touchdown and then blows a kiss to the crowd for good luck. The Vols gets the offense rolling after a scoreless first and cruises to a 56-0 win. News 5's Cole Johnson has our post-game report as Vols keep from falling in this trap game.
This segment is sponsored by Food City, the official supermarket of the Vols.
Well, for what was one of the most stale starts to a game all season long, the Tennessee Vols walked away with their 9th win of the year in lopsided fashion. And yes, while it was expected in a late season tune-up, the day belonged to a senior send-off in what is likely the final game at Neyland Stadium this season.
Awesome to recognize our senior class. These guys have meant so much to this program. This is a storied program, and they put it back on solid footing.
A slow start, but a dominating finish. Fourth time this year, the Vols put up 50-plus points in a feel-good day for the offense.
Had a really good day. Created explosive plays. We're efficient in the run game. Proud of that, just settling into the ball game after not our best start.
Yeah, man, I just thought we started off cold. We were just, having too many errors early on, and we put it together as the game went on.
For a game that was essentially over quite early, there was a different conversation that lit up the Neyland crowd, acting as Florida Gator fans for the day in the race to the college football playoffs.
Next week, I assume, predicates our destiny. So with that in mind, like, anything past Vanderbilt is going to be a no-go.
But still a clear focus on themselves for a strong finish.
There's a lot of football left to be played. For us, this is the next step in our journey. Laser focused.
So that's a wrap from Neyland Stadium for the 2024 season. Of course, assuming the Vols don't get any more major help and land in the top 8 of the CFP rankings as they head to in-state rival Vanderbilt next week. Reporting from Knoxville, Cole Johnson, News 5 WCYB.
As Cole mentioned, the Vols were scoreboard watching that Florida game. There were actually 3 big games in college football playoff hopefuls that could help Tennessee get into the playoffs. Number 5, Indiana suffered its first loss of the season at number 2, Ohio State. Then there's that crushing loss for number 8, Ole Miss at unranked Florida. And number 12, BYU fell at number 21, Arizona State. Meanwhile, the Virginia Tech football team is on the road at Duke. Right now, the Hokies trail at the half, 21-17. Malik Murphy has 270 yards passing and 3 touchdowns for the Blue Devils. Basal Tootin has just 44 yards rushing for the Hokies. The Appalachian State football team needing to win out the final 2 games of the regular season to become bowl eligible, playing host to James Madison today. The Mountaineers were down 14-3 when Joey Aguilar fakes the handoff and then hits Eli Wilson for the 4-yard score. Then the special team doing special things, blocking the punt, and Michael Hetzel gets it on the scoop and score for the touchdown. Appalachian State wins 34-20. They can become bowl eligible with a win next week against rivals Georgia Southern. The ETSU football team looking to cap off the first season under Trey Lamb with a win on the road at VMI. Bucks up 6-3 with the big play of the game came at the expense of Daniel Boone grad Ben Shrewsbury, whose punt is blocked. That sets up a short drive for the true freshman Baylor Hayes, who started at quarterback in the finale and the offense, but it was the senior Bryson Irby who had finished the drive with the deflection off of Hayes. Irby goes in for the touchdown, the only touchdown of the day for the ETSU. They would add 2 more field goals as the Bucks win 16-9, becoming just the 11th team in school history to get at least 7 wins in the season. It's not been a pleasant start to the season for the ETSU women's basketball team. The Bucks came into the day just 1-4 on the season. And they've been playing for a couple of weeks now without starter Brecken Snutherly, who was injured in the loss to Jackson State. Playing at home this afternoon against Tennessee Tech, which features Abingdon grad Peyton Carter, who led the Eagles with 14 points. ETSU up too late in the third quarter, battling back from a 6-point deficit. Tech up. Amelia Pfeiffer passes down to Reagan Grimes. She drives and heaves at Courtney Moore for 2 points, plus the foul. Bucks in danger. Their lead was, but here comes Paige Lyden with the snag, and then she dumps it off to Carmen Richardson in the corner for the 3. ETSU takes the lead. It was tight in the fourth quarter, but in the end, the Bucks managed to get this one. They go on to win 48-53. The Virginia Tech women hold serve at home this afternoon with an 87-69 win over Elon. Rose Michaud had a monster day for the Hokies, registering a triple-double, 19 points, 14 rebounds, and 10 assists. Joey Logano put a period on his 3rd NASCAR Cup championship this weekend at the awards banquet in Charlotte. It was also the 3rd straight title for Penske Racing. Logano won titles in 22 and 24, with Ryan Blaney sandwiched in between in 23. So what makes Penske so special at the end of the year?
Penske does a great job at, really stepping up in difficult moments, high pressure moments. Coming down to the end of the regular season in the playoffs, like they love that pressure, and they get motivated by, a chance to win a championship. So, and a lot of doubters too. A lot of people doubt the work of Penske and things like that through the regular season early on in the year sometimes, and I think they feed off of that as well.
You can get more from the NASCAR Awards Banquet Red Carpet with our special Red Carpet show tomorrow at 2:30 on our sister station, the Tri-Cities CW, and then the NASCAR Cup Series Banquet follows at 3 p.m. Thanks for joining us on this special U2 edition of the Saturday Night Blitz. Remember, local sports news anytime at WCYB.com.